friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Christina and this is Christina Budgets, where we plan with intention but we spend with purpose. Today we have our week 3 cash stuffing for the month of July, and this is what I like to call is a paycheck week, which means that both my husband and myself get paid this week instead of just having his income. So when we have that, we have a certain amount of money that we leave in the bank that covers all of our bills for the rest of the month. And then what we have in cash is what we use for all of our other purchases. I did do a budget with me that I posted back on Friday. So you can go check that out. That's kind of where I break down our budget and how we spend our money. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. And first we'll count the money. We have 1, 2, 51, 52, 50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. $5, $10, $15, $20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So $11.97 is what we have. And just looking real quick, we should have $12.67. $12.67 minus, and so $11.97 is correct. Before I could get this video recorded, I did have a hair appointment. So that money has already been spent, which is why we have the $11.97 instead of the $12.67 that we would have had in today's stuffing. So we will go ahead and get started. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend going so far? I had to work yesterday at my other clinic. So my Saturday was kind of spent doing that. My daughter had softball tryouts for a softball travel team for next year. And so yeah, we've kind of had a busy weekend here. Hopefully today I don't have a lot going on and just can relax and refresh on a Sunday. So we'll get started with our spending binder. I do have my cheat sheet just off to the side from our budget with me. We're going to start with groceries, and groceries this week is getting $300. So 51, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 300. So we have 51, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 3. And that's all we have in there. We spent all of the money last week because, man, grocery prices. I'm really trying hard to get this budget down, and it's difficult. I don't know what groceries are like in your area, but where I live in the Midwest, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I did update all of my trackers off camera before the video. Household is getting 66, so 20, 40, 60, 5, 6. So in household, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 100. Which is what I like to try to keep household at. Sports is not getting anything stuffed today because we are stuffing our getaways envelope to prepare for my son's baseball tournament in Kansas City, Missouri that's coming up next weekend. Hair care got $60 today. And like I said, it is actually empty because I already went and got my hair done and paid for that. So we did go over by like $10 because I added my daughter on to get her hair trimmed, which I did not originally have. So I did the $10 that was supposed to go in buffer went into hair care. Nothing in, we're skipping beauty. Clothing is getting $50. And I think, yeah, the 50. So in clothing, we now have 51, 20, 40, 50, 60. So 160. I'm trying to beef this up because we got to go back to school shopping for clothes because both of my kids are in desperate need of clothes. They've grown out of a lot of their stuff. Medical today is getting 20. So medical now has 20, 40, 60, 81, and 120. Gifts is getting skipped today. Josh is getting $20, and that is all he has in his envelope. I am getting $20, and that's all I have. Hayden is getting his allowance, so he's got 20 and 5. So in his envelope, he has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10. So 110 in his envelope. Kenley is also getting 25 for her chores. My kids get paid bi-weekly for their chores. And they do get deductions in their chore money if they do not complete their chores or if they skip chores. Then I deduct so much. If they're not done to our standards, then they get that taken away as well. So she's got 25 and that's all she has in her envelope. And like I said, buffer was getting 10, but I did use that. And then that is all for our spending binder. So next we will go to savings. So in our savings binder, ER fund is getting $100, and that is all that is in the envelope because I already put the $200 that was in the envelope in the bank. So we have $200 in bank, and then it got $100 today. So we should have $300 total, which is correct. So we can color 10 of these little circles. Okay. And I made this little tracker because our goal is to get $1,000 in our emergency fund. So each line is $100. So total, we have $300 in our emergency fund. I'm gonna set that off to the side so that can dry. House maintenance today is getting $20. So in house, we have 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 10, and 220 in house maintenance. Pool is also getting $20. And I really need to go get us a chlorine canister. So it has 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. So 160 in pool. Car is also getting $20 today. And that's going into repairs because I'm saving up to pay for the stuff that my dad did to my car. So in car, we have 51, 150, 20, 40, 60. No, that's not right. 51, 150, 170, 190, 210 in repairs. So 210 in repairs, and then in oil change we have 50. So we should have 260 total, which is correct. Christmas is getting $30 today, which I really want to work on building up our Christmas envelope because it'll be here before we know it. I'm also using my savings challenge from Sav Saves for Christmas. So in the Christmas envelope, we have 20, 40, and 50. 20, 30, and 40, not 50. And that savings challenge saves approximately $650. Pets are getting $50 today. We just have to get them food, so we did take a hit in this envelope. So in pets, we have 50, 55, 56, 57, 58 in food. And then in vet, they have 58, 68, 78, 88. So they have 88 total, which is correct. All right, getaways. Getaways is getting $172. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. Hold on a second. Eight 20s and a 10 and 2 ones. So this should be 172. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, and 72 is going into getaways. And this is for our trip next weekend. We're going to Kansas City, Missouri for my son's all-state baseball tournament. And then we're staying an extra night and doing kind of a fun little getaway with the kids because we did end up getting a free hotel night. So that was one less expense that we had to worry about, and it kind of gives us something to do for a day as a family. So in getaways, we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, and 74. So 274 in getaways, which is correct. And then we also have money from holiday that's going towards this, and the sports money that's also going towards this. Back to school is getting $34. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That one has seen better days. So in back to school, we now have 50, 70, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 106, 50, 70, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 106 in back to school so far. And I need to make trackers, my trackers for these two envelopes. I haven't got that yet. School fee is getting $100, and this is going towards my son's school fees. So it's $200 in there for now. And that is it for our savings binder. And then we have our holiday celebrate birthday. So our holiday binder celebration binder, the only thing that we're stuffing in here today is birthdays. It's getting $50 for my son's birthday that's coming up in August. 50, 70, 90, 110 so far. It's so funny. Since I have started this channel, my kids are my biggest cheerleaders. My son has made it his mission to make sure all of our friends and family are subscribed. He pays attention to how many views I have on videos. He will constantly send me text messages. I was the first like on my shorts or on my videos. It's so cute how they've gotten invested in this channel growing. So yeah, it's been fun. And then the rest of this money is going to our savings challenge. So this is the Dr. Seuss book that was made by Sav Saves, and it's a year-long challenge, so like an annual challenge. And then each page, these are from actual Dr. Seuss pages, and then each page is also an envelope. So ideally, you start it in January and then you do each month. Well, for unforeseen circumstances, we have had to actually empty this twice in the midst of us doing it. So I'm trying to play catch up with it so that we can have it done by November. So today, My goal is to try to do 1 to 2 months at a time if we can have it, if we have it in our budget. So today we're doing March and we're putting 75 in this binder. And then once I get caught up, the goal is to put each week, put that amount in there. So in March, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, and 75 going into March. Okay. And that is it for today's cash stuffing. I'm so glad that you watched. If you stayed until the end, thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you would subscribe to my channel, we're trying to grow. And also just if you want to come along for the journey, we are on a financial freedom journey, which just means that we're working really hard to pay down debt. This week, you won't see it on camera here, but it was in my budget with me. We were able to put $600 towards one of our credit cards to get our credit cards paid off. So that will usually be in my budget with me because I just leave that money in the checking account. But yeah, I would love to have you along for the journey, and just subscribe to our channel and help support us in that way, and like this video and comment down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.